Yep, I'm gonna do it like November 8th.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It is now 7 p.m. and we are live online.
Clock's really behind.
Okay. All right, give me a moment.
It's exactly 7. You're not behind yet.
Good evening, everyone. For the hordes that are out in the physical audience, good evening. This is a workshop, and we've got a few bits of workshop business to take care of, and then we'll open our meeting. Let me do a quick roll call. I see a full house, so I'm just going to declare the entire council to be present and welcome everyone. It's nice to see you all, and let's do our workshop. So we've got two...
And you have the city attorney online.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Nick Ward Willis.
Nick, you've been getting a tan while I've been gone.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so first two items on the workshop agenda involve quite nicely the hiring of 2 police officers. Chief, you want to tell us about Jose and Jake?
Most certainly. So Mayor Kiriakou, Council, I'm here to endorse the hiring of Jose Vasquez for the position of police officer. It goes without saying that he's undergone our extensive background process, including the psychological and polygraph examinations, as well as detectives conducting an investigation into his work and personal history. Mr. Vasquez grew up in Yonkers and is now a resident of Newburgh. He holds an associate's degree from Westchester Community College and has worked as a police officer with the NYPD since December of 2020, where he has an excellent record. Mr. Vasquez sought out Beacon Police Department in order to improve his work-life balance by working closer to home and in order to work for a department where he can employ a more community-oriented approach to police work. He's already a certified police officer, and he would start supervised field training right away and would just need to complete the NYPD conversion course within a year, which we all actually already have somebody going through. It just kind of takes them away for a few days at a time. So we're very excited to have him. And the other candidate that we're endorsing is Jake McCullum. Mr. McCullum also underwent that same background process. He has deep ties to our city as a lifelong Beacon resident. His father actually ran our water department for many, many years, if you guys remember Jamie McCullum. And he's a graduate of Beacon High School. He went on to earn a master's degree in education, but decided to enter a career in law enforcement. He actually sponsored himself through phase 1 of the last academy, where we actually had 2 recruits, and he actually did excellent in the academy. We got a lot of endorsements from his instructors and from our instructors who we sent down there. So he would just need to undergo a phase 2, which is kind of an abbreviated where they do the things that you have to be actually hired as a police officer to do in the academy, and then he would begin his supervised field training as well.
Okay.
Yeah, can you share a little bit more about the timing of, assuming we approved both of them today, of when they'd be able to start their field training, which I think is the next step when they become new officers here?
So Mr. Vasquez would start, we would just have to put him through a few individual trainings here ourselves, because we just need to make sure that he's kind of up to speed on the way we do things, and then he would be out on the road field training as soon as possible. And then Mr. McCullum would have to go to that phase 2 academy, and that would probably be around September. They have one coming up in Rockland, and that would be a few weeks, and then we would get him going with the supervised field training as well.
And have you determined if either of them are Spanish speaking, either fluent or just
Mr.
have
Vasquez
access?
is.
Mr. Vasquez is, thank you.
And that means that he'll qualify for the bonus for being dual language speaking?
Yes.
Okay, any other questions?
I'm sorry, I thought I interrupted
Sure.
someone.
No?
No?
Okay,
Thank you.
see you in a little bit.
Be here.
I observe we have an undercover lieutenant in the background. Nice to see you, Mike. Okay, and then Chris, I think you got the last 2 items. We've got an automotive mechanic we want to hire, and then we've got amendments to the budget.
We do. So we are asking you to approve the appointment of Andrew Smythe to the position of auto mechanic. In our highway department, we have 3 mechanic positions, and you may recall we had a retirement of the head mechanic, and then we moved up the other 2, so we still had a spot open. It took us a while to fill this. We were looking for somebody who had experience and certain skills. Andrew really fit that. He, in particular, has experience in doing work on hybrid cars and electric vehicles. And you may know we're expanding our use of those, and we really kind of needed that skill set in-house. Andrew has been a technician for at least the last 11 years. Before that, he was a machinist, and he is ready to go in 2 weeks if you approve him.
Great. Chris, does that complete filling all of the openings from that retirement, or is there
Yes.
still? Okay.
Yeah, so there's 3 mechanic positions, the 2 moved up, and this is the entry one, although he's really not entry level. We're bringing him in at a little bit higher step because of his experience.
Thank you.
And just to double down on what you already shared, Chris, the fact that he has experience with electric and hybrid cars, it looks like in multiple different ways, I think is great given where our fleet currently is and where we want to continue to take it in the future.
Yeah, thanks.
It's okay if you don't have this off the top of your head, but how many hybrid or electric vehicles are currently in the city's fleet? Ballpark.
Probably 8 to 10. And the hybrids are primarily in the police department. They're Ford Interceptors. And then we have EVs I have one, Recreation has one,
Building.
2 of the detectives at least, maybe 3, building department. So we're getting close to 8 to 10.
Yeah, and I know we have a whole procurement plan around that. We're moving through it, but that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when someone else pays for them. We're happy. Cool.
And that has been the case because we've been receiving clean energy grants to pay for the last round of electric vehicles that we otherwise would have had to buy ourselves.
All right, and then the last item is just some amendments to the budget, and Chris, you'll take us through those.
So we have 2 amendments we're proposing to the budget. The first is to transfer $27,000 to the repair of real property in the recreation budget in the general fund, and take that money from planning recreation fees that are derived when proposals are adopted and new units are coming online. The developers pay a fee. This comes out of the fact that our basketball court at Riverfront Park was in very, very poor condition. We were in the midst of repaving the skate park, and we were able to parlay that into a really good price on getting that done. That court is not permanently done. I would say this is a 4 to 5 year fix at best, but it was in really sad shape. So this is to transfer that money. The second transfer is $35,000 into repair of equipment in the fire budget from the contingency fund. This is to fund primarily repairs to the ladder truck, which has been a chronic issue, and you know we have on order a new ladder truck. We also had some issues to Car 2, which is the assistant chief's vehicle, and that's now been repaired as well. But that's gone well beyond because of the ladder truck. That leaves about $24,000 in contingency. I know you had asked. We've done 1 transfer, so we started at about $250. We transferred out $198 for the increases for CSEA, as we discussed some meetings ago. And after this transfer, it's about $24,000 that's left.
For the basketball court, about how long is that expected to take? For the
That's
project?
done.
Oh, it's done already.
Yeah, so they redid it, we're restriping it, and, it was kind of, as we were doing South Avenue, it just became really apparent how bad that other one was.
Yeah, no, we definitely had heard some comments on it for a while, so
Yeah.
that's good.
And again, I think we're going to do a more comprehensive reconstruction of Riverfront Park. I'm not sure what that looks like or the time frame, but it's on your 5-year capital program. It's just we're trying to figure out where to land it.
Okay.
Yeah, my understanding is that we were waiting to hear more about the MTA's planned
Yes.
and that transit-oriented development before putting city resources towards the refurbishment of that park. But I'm happy to hear that you all have prioritized doing some intermediary work in the meantime, because that's
Sure.
several years into the future. I do recollect some public comments around also the barbecues there, and that some of them might actually be a hazard.
Some of them are imminently going to be removed if they haven't been removed.
Okay.
And we are looking to replace a few. I don't think we need quite as many. The nature of how they're used has evolved. People
Sure.
bring their own generally and just use that as a staging.
Yeah. It's
So
nice. Yeah.
there are some rusty old ones and a memorial as well. So that's on the list too.
Yeah, I think it's good to have that as a resource and sort of a prompt for people to be able to have gatherings there. But yeah, we don't need to spend $1 million on it.
We definitely need to tidy up Riverfront Park. We're quite aware.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. Everyone good?
Do you need a motion to adjourn the workshop? No.
Yeah, we do. So let's have a motion to adjourn the workshop.
Motion.
Second.
So that was Amber and Molly, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.